Please read the copyright disclaimer before watching this video. Good day, awesome YouTubers. It is LollyMan16 here to talk about a thing that's going to be going on in the Dragon Ball community for quite a while now. A couple of YouTubers have already made videos about this topic, but I just wanted to give my thoughts out there and show you guys what really is Gohan's potential. And what I mean by this is his progression basically throughout the series and what he's going to become. We obviously learn in Dragon Ball Super episode 52, of Trunks, future Trunks that is, meeting Gohan, Son Gohan. He meets him and he learns out that pretty much Gohan is doing what he wants to do all along, that is study and become a great father for his up and coming family. So let's take a look back at the young Gohan and what he was in the beginning all throughout the series. We know from when he fought Raditz and when he fought Lord Frieza on planet Namek Saiyajin or planet Namek, we know he had great potential. Ever since the time when Piccolo trained him, his powers just grew. Even though he was quite scared at first, he didn't really know how to use his power to its fullest, and he only used it when his rage came out. We all know this, but Piccolo saw greatness in him, and when Nappa died on Earth, when Nappa defeated Piccolo on Earth, I really think that's where it started. This whole thing about Gohan's true character and stuff, it all started there. We knew from a young age that Gohan had a lot of potential, but what would this lead to? Would this lead to something great? Well, yes, it actually would. It actually would lead to when he fought Cell in the Cell games versus later on in the series. Now, a lot of Dragon Ball fans think that Gohan's power peaked out, essentially, when he fought Cell. And, of course, going Super Saiyan 2 or the Grade 5 form, whichever you want to call it, whichever one you want to call that form, that's pretty much where his power became what he is as a fighter. But that's not really what Gohan is. If you see later on in Dragon Ball Super, Gohan has become obviously a much more of a studying man. He has become a much more a family guy. And did you get that reference? That's reference family guy. But anyway, Gohan is not really that kind of fighter like Goku is. He's not really he's not supposed to be this, this powerful Saiyan who just wants to destroy everything and loves a challenge. No, he's not really like that. Now, a lot of people get this confused. And personally, for me, I do like the Gohan in these Cell games. I really do like that Gohan. And, the Gohan when he fought Bojack, and even later on when he fought Majin Buu in the Buu Saga. I really like those times, but that's not really his character. Okay, if you really look at it, Gohan is a calm guy. 16 even said this in the Cell games when he said to Gohan, I know you don't. In the Funimation dub, I believe it went something like this. He said something along the lines of, I know you do not like fighting, but you have to protect the ones I cared about, the trees, the nature, all that kind of stuff. Now, this is a clear indication that Gohan is not really a fighter at heart. He doesn't really like to fight. He just fights because he has to protect his friends, family, the earth, etc., etc. There have been times that Gohan has shown to want to fight, like, for instance, when Chi-Chi said he can't fight on Earth when he was defeated by Vegeta and, going to Namek and all that kind of stuff. Chi-Chi said no, but then Gohan said, yes, I want to fight. In that context, he means he wanted to fight because he wanted to find his friends again. He's not the kind of guy like Goku is. He's not, he doesn't, if he doesn't have to fight, he won't, basically. And that's what brings us to Dragon Ball Super, is that Gohan is a very studious guy. He studies a lot. He goes to these what do you call it, these conference meetings where he discusses his latest science inventions and whatnot, his scientific research. And in episode 52 we learn, at least Trunks learns, that this is his true passion. It's very different than what he was in Trunks' timeline, but that was because these circumstances were far different. There was no Goku Black. There was no androids in this time. Well, there actually was, but circumstances came out differently, and this is the Gohan that he wanted to be all along. Not the kind of fighter like in the not the kind of fighter in the Resurrection F or later on sagas. Yeah, and the funny thing is, ever since the Resurrection F saga, Gohan asked Piccolo to train him again, but later on, did he decide to join a tournament? No, and the reason why not is because he had a conference. He felt like the tournament wasn't going to really do much for him, because it's not they have Goku and Vegeta there, and so why do they need Gohan? Now, obviously, Gohan does train, but he trains just enough so that in case that Goku and Vegeta are laid out, he can still cover them and fight. But he isn't. Again, he's not the kind of guy like Goku, nor is he the guy like Vegeta, just to want to fight all the time. This is really his true character, guys, and a lot of people are kind of angry at this. They don't really truly understand what Gohan's character is. Well, that's what I believe Toriyama wanted Gohan's character to be, and honestly, I think it's a more accurate representation. What I mean by this, it's a better character than Goku is. Now, obviously, Goku is a good guy, but I think Gohan is more of a good guy in the fact that he just likes to save people, and he fights only when needs to. I kind of refer this Gohan to like a Superman character. He's more like Superman than Goku ever was. The Funimation dub makes Goku more of a Superman kind of character than he really is. He's just a guy who likes fighting. He will protect people, but his primary thing is he just loves fighting, because that's in his Saiyan blood. But Gohan, on the other hand, is different. So the final thing I wanted to address here is, well, what's his future? What is Gohan's future here? In the end, I really don't believe he's going to get a god form. I really do not believe so. I think he's just going to stay in his ultimate/mystic form, whatever you want to call that, Elder Kai unlocked form, and go Super Saiyan, and stay as a scholar, and that's it for his character. I know that's kind of depressing for the Gohan fans, especially me. I was actually a Gohan fan in the beginning, but I learned what his true character really is. At least that's what I think. Of course, you can argue whatever side you want to, but I'm just laying out there what I think his true character is. So in the future, I think he's going to stay like how he is, maybe get a little bit stronger, and who knows, maybe he will get another rage boost in the end. So that's been my video for today, guys. Kind of a quick summary and my thoughts on Gohan's character. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay awesome and have a good one.